And it's wild. I was saying to myself, like, yo, I wish I could just, like, get enough funding and shit, put you like on like a center. You know, I'm under one umbrella for league type shit. Where a motherfucker, if you play on the north end, that's where you play. You can't play nowhere else. If you sign up for two places, you ain't playing. Get these motherfuckers just rolling. Get these
Good
dudes.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fairfield Ludlowe High School. Tonight's SEAC boys basketball matchup between the visiting Hilltoppers of Central High School and the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons. It's a special night for us here at Fairfield Ludlowe. As many of you may know, Central this year has been without a home gym and would not be able to have a senior night at home. So we are very proud to host senior night for our friends from Central High School. We have 5 seniors this year for Central. First up, Jakari Robinson and his parents from Illinois. Next up is Jaden Vieira and his father, Trey. Our next senior is Jaden Palmer and his parents, Bernadette and Tyrone. Next up, we have Dimitri Bradley and his parents, Jada and Delorian. And finally, Junior Sanders and his parents, Jazz and Vanessa. Ladies and gentlemen, 2021 is Central Hilltoppers season. And now let's move tonight's starting lineups. First for the Hilltoppers of Central High School. A senior, number 1, Jaden Vieira. A senior, number 2, Jaden Palmer. A senior, number 4, Junior Sanders. A senior, number 15, Dimitri Bradley. And a senior, number 24, Carter Robinson. The head coach of Central High School is Goosey. And now the starting lineup for Fairfield Ludlowe. A junior, number 14, Charlie Egan. A senior, number 3, Alex Blandis. A senior, number 35, Eric Leonard. A senior, number 23, James Mockler. And a senior, number 1, Connor Waller. The head coach of Ludlowe High School is John Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to prize as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we welcome you back into our mini COVID bubbles, ready to go for Ludlowe and Central, the boys' version of our doubleheader, the second doubleheader in a row. It's been tiring, but we have finally reached the final game. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello, great to have you with us. And Scott, this should be a fun one.
Absolutely. Fun to be back here. Back-to-back double headers with the boys and girls. And I think we're going to see a much more competitive game than we saw last night, Aiden. Central coming with a full roster, ready to go. Senior night for them. Should be fun.
This might be the best of the 4 games we'll see over these last 2 days. And we're certainly looking forward to seeing the boys. We'll have 2 in a row now. We'll see them on Friday for senior night against West Hill, their senior night at least. But it is Central senior night and technically a Bridgeport Central home game.
Yeah, it's fun seeing Ludlowe in their away blues in their home gym.
7:37 remaining in the first quarter. Connor Lawler's got it. Entrance for Eric Leonard, spins too strong off back iron.
Yeah,
a fun game for John Daly, too, because these are a lot of his students. He is a teacher in Bridgeport, and so he knows a lot of these kids, and he was having fun with them before the game. Didn't get here till late. We're a little delayed because they went to Ward. Wrong Fairfield High School, but that's all right. James Mockler, who had a monster night yesterday, too strong, and here come the Hilltoppers. Laser pass broken up into the corner. Mockler's got it. Fast-paced game to start.
Yeah, right away, and you see a much different kind of skill level here by the Central team as opposed to last night's Harding team. An early give and go, you see some man-to-man D. They're here to play ball.
Central will get the basketball. Big win for the girls earlier. They improved to 7-2 on the season. That record, I would have a feeling, will only get better over these next 2 weeks as they close out the season. Darien, the one major test they have left. We'll see them on Monday, and we'll see the boys. The boys are a little bit of a different story. They have struggled. They are 3-4. That's a backcourt violation. They're 3-4. I was talking to John Daly earlier. He said the big one, they need to win this. They need to win tonight, take care of business, and then one of those next 3 games, which will be West Hill and Darien and Wilton. Preferably 2, and that's how they get the number 8 seed. Turning and missing in the lane, Leonard.
Yeah, 2 good looks, though, early for Leonard. I like that. Get inside to the big guy. He has a distinct size advantage, Aiden. Keep going to him.
Jakari Robinson takes it around and swings it up top. Jameer Sanders, the senior guard. A lot of seniors on this Central roster. There's 4 or 5 of them. They're a very experienced bunch, and that's why you start the seniors in this game. Good shot goes down from Robinson to get the scoring going.
Yeah, smooth-looking jumper right there, Aiden.
2-0 Central with 5:48 left in the first. Great to have you with us. Crossover into the lane. Lawler stops. Handoff Began, who is doubled. Lawler has a lane and puts up a floater, knocks it down to tie the game at 2.
And we saw him do that last night, Aiden. He loves that little floater. It is such a difficult shot to defend.
Ludlowe is 3-4. Central has only played 2 games. They're 0-2. They cannot use their home court because it is a vaccination center. Obviously a much better priority, but here come the Falcons.
Yeah, they've only played a few games, but Aiden, this is a competent team out here.
Yeah, this is a team that could make a run in the FCAC tournament. Landis blocked, but got it back for Lawler. Into the lane, up through contact. Rolls out. They gotten some good looks, but nothing's fallen for either team.
They have all 4 of Ludlow's shots been right at the rim. You see how shifty Conner is going through that lane, Aiden.
3-2 short from Jaden Palmer.
Nice
There's
pass. Beautiful
Landis
feed.
into the lane.
That's how you run the lane.
4-2. Ludlowe on top for the first time tonight.
Showing some subtle pressure here with the 2-2-1. Just trying to see how Central handles it. Also really slows the pace down when you go with this 2-2-1 and you push back.
Into the corner. Central's taking the 3.
Beautiful
they go
driving
underneath.
Dish.
Tie game at 4 with 4:19 left in the first. Here comes Ludlowe. Mockler shot fake to the free throw line. Lost it. Right in the hands of Landis. 4:10 to play. Almost 4 minutes gone by in this first quarter, and we've yet to see a stoppage. What a very quick start to this game. And that's how you like to watch. I mean, you saw the girls, and they were moving, but they also slowed it down a little bit so Central could kind of catch up. I mean, for the boys, this is really competitive basketball. Everybody's moving fast.
Yeah, 4 straight minutes. First whistle we've seen, Aiden. Again, a shot at the rim for Ludlowe.
And we haven't really seen whether this is going to favor Ludlowe or not. They certainly are not at a disadvantage when it's this fast, but we haven't really seen if they can pump out points when it goes this fast. They seem to be struggling hitting those shots. We'll see a mass break with 3:47. That's the first foul committed by Jaden Palmer. Senior guard.
Yeah, good start to the game. Good flow. Both teams getting up and down the court. Ludlow's missed some chippies, but if you're Coach Daly, you got to like the shots you're getting right now.
Central has kind of been the opposite. They're looking at threes. They've taken a bunch of them so far. Ludlowe is oriented much more in the paint. 3:47 remaining. To the line goes Eric Leonard. Got his first. Ludlowe in front by a point. Leonard's going to be a very crucial part of this Ludlowe offense. He's taller than everybody on the floor.
Yeah, no doubt. Ludlowe has a distinct size advantage, and they can come in, with Schauenmacher. They can come in with Riley, we saw the freshman come off the bench yesterday. They have good size over there on the bench.
Began turned it over, the one junior that is started for Ludlowe underneath. Ball goes out, staying with the Hilltoppers. This may not be the gimme that we thought it was.
No,
Ludlow's still predicted to win, but
you could tell right away. Central has talent. They know how to play the game. You see them picking, you see them rolling, you see them setting screens. I mean, they're here to play ball. This is going to be a close game. And
Barry McLeod certainly knows how to coach a championship team. He's been with the Hilltoppers forever. Long three. That goes down. Vlandis connects for the Falcons and gives them their first multi-possession lead of the night.
Beautiful shot, Aiden. He's the one guy on the floor you cannot leave and let shoot. He's definitely their best shooter out there right now.
Him and Lawler, the two guards that can really shoot a three, are going to be the big ones to look out for. And you've got some talent off the bench that may be able to come in and help as well. Sean Mockler can shoot a three. James Mockler can shoot a three. Even the freshman Tate Mahoney.
Yeah, you see Vavona going to the scores table. He had a beautiful
He can
game
shoot a three.
yesterday. 3 of 4 from three-point land. Played really well.
Spinning, turning into the paint. Got it to go.
That's quite a finish, Aiden.
What a shot by Palmer. Out of bounds on the other end, and the ball will stay with Ludlowe. Palmer is a talented guard. He can really find his way around the paint. Falcons by 2. Up top with Began. Picked up by Palmer. Off a screen from Leonard. Vavona with a shot fake in the corner. This game a lot more competitive than the girls. We're seeing a very good, solid Central squad that may have been overlooked in their preseason rankings. Lawler got hit in the face.
Yeah, it looks like he got poked in the eye almost, especially the way he fell down and told himself. But he's a tough kid. He'll pop right up.
Yeah, he got hit hard, hit the deck. Mockler is in for Connor. He should be back in a little bit. But you still have these 4 seniors. And Connor might be a little bit of a big loss for them. We'll see how long it takes him to get back. I mean, he might end up being a big loss because he's a speedy guard, and that's what Central specializes in here.
Yeah, you see him, he kind of shrugged off the trainer. He'll be back, Aiden. He's fine.
Finding Vlandis, another 3. Just off the side iron. Rebound, Matt
Great
Vavona.
hustle right there, Aiden.
Scrappy grab. Vlandis, Vavona, entry for Leonard. Bodies his way through, picks up the foul. And he'll go shoot 2 at the line.
He just keeps kind of searching for space in there. He's had a lot of good looks. Good first quarter here by Leonard. Beautiful find by Vavona. Big men love when you find them in that lane, Aiden.
Central always seems to bring a very fast-paced brand of basketball. First shot out. And that's why they can sometimes pull off the upset. They can come in and really outplay you in the first half just because they can out-sprint you. And that may be a problem if they end up, we'll see where they end up. I can't see this team playing on the first night, but they'll end up in the quarters. We'll see if they can pull off some upsets and maybe make a run. I have a feeling this is one of the teams that a lot of people overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, Central has such a history of talented basketball players. I mean, there's no question they have a plethora of talent in that city.
Mockler able to avoid the jump ball. Began saves it, squirts it into the lane. Poked out of the hands of Jakari Robinson, and it will be Falcon basketball. This is a Central team 4 years removed from their most recent trip to the FCAC tournament. Obviously, they're headed there this year no matter what, but it's too bad you don't get to see a full season with these guys. They could really be a threat, and still will be in this abbreviated year. Vlandis into the lane, hacked on his way up. He'll go shoot 2.
Beautiful drive right there, Aiden.
And you can see the strategy early. Drive to the basket, pick up some fouls. Central's already committed 3. That's the first foul committed by Sanders. If you can knock one of these players out of the game, that could be a big help. force him to go to the bench early. Keating is checked into the game. He'll take the big man's role, so they definitely downsize a lot, bringing in Vavona and Mockler and Keating. Began and Keating are going to really have to hold their own down low. But it's something you can afford to do when you have that big of a height advantage.
Yeah, they don't lose much size when they bring in Keating for Leonard, which is a nice kind of luxury to have with Coach Daly, right?
Absolutely.
Good 7 minutes for Leonard. Now you know, play the rest of the quarter and maybe the early second quarter with Keating.
That shot's off. Rebound is pulled. Here come the Falcons, and a tough shot from Vavona, just short. Oh, but he's going to get it. Oh, he'll pick up a foul. It's going to be on Vlandis. But Vavona with great hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Missed the layup. Good drive. And doesn't give up, right? Gets right back into play.
35 seconds remain in the first. A 5-point lead for the Hilltoppers. I beg your pardon, for the Falcons. To the corner. Dickerson, straightaway three, too short. Long rebound, pulled by Dickerson into the corner. Near side for Robinson, drives, met at the rack by 4 Falcon defenders. And Keating looks to be the one to pick up the personal foul. That's off, and he will shoot his second. That one off as well. Rebound underneath. Goes the opposite way. Ludlowe able to get possession.
Yeah, they're going to call him over to back. 4th foul on Central.
And that's tough for Barry McLeod's squad. We mentioned him earlier. He has been with this team forever. Been a part of a number of FCAC and state championship teams. Vavona tries the early three. That rims out. Side iron. And we are done with the first quarter. 11-6, Ludlowe on top.
Yeah, good quarter for Ludlowe, right? They got the shots they wanted. Took the ball to the hoop aggressively. Got some fouls on Central. Definitely a good start, up 5. Looks like Connor's going to check back in. Right what Coach Daly wanted.
Heading to the second, we'll check in back in just a moment here on FSN. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello, great to have you with us. The start of the second quarter. Ludlowe leads by 11, but a tough, scrappy Central team able to hang around through 8 minutes of play. And Scott, this second quarter going to be very crucial as Ludlowe heads to halftime. They want to try and expand on that lead, make it really seem insurmountable for Central as we go to the break.
Absolutely. The first few minutes of the quarter are always important, Aiden. Right, this is where you want to expand that lead. Ludlowe's man-to-man has been bothering Central. You can see another turnover here. Alex has had a great game so far.
And it's interesting, both Ludlowe and Warren Harding came out in zone yesterday, but Ludlowe changes it up on a very short notice. Vlandis got a move. He's got a shot already. Shot fake from Galusha. And the entry to Mockler went through his legs. He got it back. Galusha with a 1-on-2, and he's blocked, met at the rim. Here come the Hilltoppers in transition. Look at the speed on Dickerson. Fouled on the floor, no shot.
Yeah, good D by Sean. Make him take it out and start over.
Kelvin Dickerson, so speedy, is really going to be a challenge for John Daly's squad today. They break, hit Dickerson, and now straight away with Jaden Vieira. He's another one of those speedy guards that Central's so well known for.
Right there by Patrick Aiden.
Galusha got the steal. Lawler back into the game for the first time, and he lays it in. 13-6. Ludlowe by a touchdown.
That's where Connor wants to get to, right? He wants to attack that rim. We've seen him 2 nights in a row, Aiden, constantly looking to attack the rim.
Central wants to try and keep this close. You don't want to get it too far out of hand with this Ludlowe team. They'll put it away pretty quickly. Controlled by Robinson. Finds Bradley on the elbow. Now Dickerson needs help. Handoff for Vieira. With Keating, that's a big size mismatch. Advantage Ludlowe. Entering to the post. Near side three. Too strong from Robinson.
Great box out by Galusha.
Yeah, Galusha making his presence known early. Vlandis, shot fake, one more pass. Keating and the foul. Stephen
beautiful
Keating.
Dish and finish, Aiden.
Wonderful pass by the senior Vlandis to the junior Keating, and Ludlowe now trying to make it a 10-point game. You see how quickly it changed. It was 5, and suddenly it's 10 just 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is the Ludlowe seniors, the guards in particular, Vlandis and Connor, have controlled this game, Aiden. Both have played fantastic.
Off to the line goes Stephen Keating. A check out as Jaden Palmer, beg your pardon, Galusha heads to the bench. Keating to shoot. Off.
Great
But
hustle
Mockler
by
got
James.
the rebound. Too short. And he'll get a jump ball. Wow. Real great effort by James Mockler. Made his presence known last night and is certainly noteworthy tonight.
That's what he brings, Aiden. He brings that energy. You just cannot teach that. Look at
Mockler
that beautiful
entry.
cut right there by James. And the finish. What a play.
Brother to brother. And one. 17-6. And this is where, if you're Central, you really need a good bucket on the other end. That's the first foul on Dickerson. You really need to score once this shot goes up.
You're exactly right. Central has gone too long now without a bucket, where it starts to become mental, right? Another offensive
rebound and another basket. This time, James Mockler, 19-6. And a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like one of the Central players twisted his ankle.
They'll take it, though. An injury timeout. Still a time to get a breather. They really could use a mass break at some point here so they can kind of set down and settle themselves a little bit on the bench. If they can't get a bucket here, you wouldn't put it by Barry McLeod to try and call a timeout to just give them a breather. Shot fake. Dickerson found Vieira. Pulls up. Can't get it. Tip back. Still strong. And Keating the rebound. You got to get a stop here, Lawler.
Beautiful
backdoor.
bounce pass, Aiden. Great finish by Sean. That's how you run the break.
And right on cue, a timeout for Central. It is their first. Ludlowe leading 21-6. And it really, that score not indicative of the play. Ludlowe has come out firing in the second quarter, though.
They have. Listen, Central is getting good shots. They're just not making them. So, you know, if you're the Central coach, you can't be that upset with your offense. You're getting good looks, not knocking them down. But after you shoot, Aiden, you got to get back. There's no way this Ludlowe team can outrun you down the floor.
Yeah, Ludlowe can really fly. And they're getting some really good offensive rebounds. That's what I took away from that last little sequence.
Yeah, they're outworking them on the boards.
They got 3-4.
You saw a couple rebounds there by Mockler. Keating grabbed one. We've seen great work by Leonard underneath there. I mean, they're definitely controlling the paint. In fact, besides the Vlandis three, you know, everything's been inside the lane.
The Falcons on top, 21-6. Great to have you with us on the Falcon Sports Network. Aiden Blank and Scott Torello, 5:18 remain. Hilltoppers trying to get a quick basket, stop this Ludlowe run. Trailing by 15, they find Dickerson. Beyond the perimeter, finds Robinson toward the corner. Now straightaway three, that's too short. Rims out off front iron from Timotheus Graham, the sophomore guard. Good to see a sophomore getting such experience in a group of a lot of seniors. Vlandis, also a senior, finishes on the other end.
Yeah, he's playing a terrific game, Aiden. Really strong quarter and a half so far from Alex.
23-6. Entrance for Palmer. Forces his way up. Too strong.
You're right, but that's a beautiful back door right there, Aiden. They're just not finishing.
Tate Mahoney, the freshman that we saw yesterday, into the game. Ball stripped away from Keating by Dickerson. 4:34 remaining in the second. Central already into foul trouble. Ludlowe is in the bonus because Central has 6 fouls.
Yeah, great seeing Tate back in the game. Played great yesterday. Knocked down a couple threes. Really looked confident.
Vieira. Ludlowe moving into a little bit of a zone, and you can see why. Central's going to try to get an easy bucket underneath.
See, the ball movement's good by Central. I mean, everything looks positive, Aiden, except the score. They're just not finishing.
Central trying to find somebody open for a big shot. Haven't been able to drain a three. Oh, that's going to cost him. Vlandis all alone. Won't get it, but he's fouled, and he's off to the free throw line.
Man, great steal. Almost finished. Having a great game so far, Aiden. Definitely been the best player on the floor. Him and Connor, the two senior guards, I'm telling you, are controlling this game.
3:56 remaining in the second. Ludlowe on top by 17. Great to have you with us on a Wednesday night. We'll see the Falcons back in action on Friday. The girls are away. We'll be here for the boys on senior night. A crucial, crucial game for Ludlowe to try and get against West Hill.
Yeah, so this gets Ludlowe back to 500. Right, then you get West Hill in here on Friday, 50-50 game. One they could win. I mean, this is where you start to build some momentum, Aiden. It's a quick season, so 12 games comes and goes quickly. But if you build some momentum into those playoffs, anything can happen.
And what I actually forget, Ludlowe, the boys have only played 8 games because they were supposed to play Greenwich the week that Greenwich had to quarantine. That's why we did the girls' game, because there was only a girls' game. So that game will get made up at the end of the season. That should be a win for Ludlowe. So they really need this game and then one more out of the next 3. Either Darien, West Hill, or Wilton. They got to beat one of those teams. And then you beat Greenwich, and you finish the season 500. And hopefully they're able to get a home game here. Zipped into the corner. Good drive and penetration by Vieira. And finally, they break that streak.
Yeah, that might be the way for Central to go, Aiden. Pick up the pace, take a shot earlier in the possession. Try to get a little more momentum going.
Mockler to the rack, lays it in.
Beautiful drive.
Boy, he cannot be stopped.
Hey, he's strong, he's quicker than you think. He's just a tough player.
26-8. Zips it to the near corner. Sanders, dangerous cross-court pass for Vieira. Finds Dickerson.
It's the same thing now. We see this has been the trend, right? Kind of a long possession, a lot of ball movement, but they haven't been successful in this model here.
In and out on the 3. Yet the zone clearly is messing with Central. They're not able to get those easy baskets underneath, which was how they planned on breaking that run. They're going to need to adjust in the next few minutes. But as soon as they do, Ludlow's going back to that man. Entry right through the legs of Mockler. I thought that ball went out off of Vieira, but
it did. It was
the referees think otherwise.
Play, right? It was the right look into James posting up, but it was an awkward pass, kind of caught him right at his feet. James just wasn't ready for it.
2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Central trying to mount a comeback. Guarded by Lawler.
Similar to yesterday, and we're seeing Coach Daly get a lot of kids in. You now see Cooper coming in. You know, we've seen a lot of kids shuffle in and out. It's fun. It keeps everyone engaged.
Entry, shot too strong. Good rebound by Began. Here's Lawler. 2:08 left in the second quarter. 26-18. Ludlowe on top. Finds Began on the wing. Entry for Keating.
Another
low
good,
block
strong
too
move.
short. Good rebound. Couldn't get that either. Lawler. Yes, sir. Into the paint. 28-8.
Getting
Suddenly,
too many looks, Aiden. 3 looks at the basket. You cannot have any success doing that.
this quarter started, and it was a 5-point Ludlowe lead. It is now 20. And that just shows you how fast this Ludlowe team can work. Another steal. It's about to be 20 plus. Mockler couldn't save it and slams into the bleachers on that far side.
Yeah, I don't know who got the worst of that deal right there, Aiden. Mockler or the bleacher. But he's
You could
tough
hear that
kid.
from over here.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He's going to go after that ball.
28-8 with 1:25 left in the second.
This has been a very impressive quarter for Ludlowe.
Into the corner for Vieira. Yeah, if they win this game, this would be why. Because you know Central won't stay like this for long. But they're able to capitalize. There you go. Central into double digits, lowering it to 18. Good basket by Palmer.
Yeah, Central needs some of those lucky baskets.
Especially if they're not going to get inside very much with the zone defense. 45 seconds left. They may try to run a play here. Not a terrible decision. And
Great
it works
look
out.
by Egan, and another finish from James.
30-10. Central trailing with 30 seconds left. Bouncing into the near corner, Palmer. Dickerson. Palmer, the drive. Step back three. Too strong, and Began's got the rebound. 13 seconds to play. Lawler wants to hang out for a little bit. Off a screen. Lawler finding Keating. Swing. Began for three. Off. And that'll do it. End of the first, and Ludlowe on top by 20.
Yeah, great half from the Falcons, Aiden. Impressive. Central looked good in the beginning, but I tell you, Ludlowe is just taking it to them.
Yeah, this quarter, a big one for the Falcons. We'll take a short break. Rejoin you for half number 2 in just a moment.
How you doing? How's everything? Good, good, good. I didn't notice until I see that's my boy out there. Without the team.
Yo, you can't make it up. Can't make it up, man.
Yeah, actually, I talk to him quite often. You know, he's supposed to be coming up soon. But definitely will. Yeah, South Carolina. Q. He's doing actually pretty well. Yeah, it's good. I don't think he saw me yet. I'm gonna get with him though. Craig? No. Ralph?
Bro.
Yeah, Atlanta. He's having another baby.
Yeah, I see that. Me and him is friends on Facebook. Is that 3?
3? Nigga, that's 4. Nigga, the twins, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's
He got
right.
his oldest son, the twins, and then this one.
Twins is the hood.
Yeah, twins.
That's why chick and her being pregnant, and then the oldest son, and I forgot about
the twins.
Wow.
Yeah, he got 4, man.
That was crazy.
Anybody want to box out? I think he needs to, instead of trying to go system right away, these dudes got to get warmed up, so they got to run. They just got to go. You know what I'm saying? Until they get comfortable. Then you can start running system stuff. You got to motivate them to play. Like right now, you should be getting up in the clapping. We should be out. Good. You know what I'm
sometimes, Ty, the truth ain't. The truth is the truth. What that day we talked, with me, you're going to get the truth. I mean, and if I'm doing something wrong, give me the truth. I don't want the soft friend. That's why me and him, that's why we friends. Kick me in my behind if I ain't doing something right. All right.
I haven't seen them in his huddle. No. He's a profile. Let's go, y'all. Yo, have fun, man. Wake it up, man. It's all good. Let's go.
All right, second half about to get underway. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello. It's 30-10. Ludlow's on top. But I'll tell you what, Scott, the scoreboard does not tell the whole story.
I agree. I actually thought Central played well, Aiden. They moved the ball well. They got good shots, just not finishing.
Yeah, they had a bad start to the second quarter where they had that drought.
Right there, another good look, right? You're talking about a 4 to 5 footer. I mean, those are shots you'd love to have your team taking.
Leonard, rarely see him out there. Flash into the paint. Ball goes out off the hand of Sanders. That same group that started the game now up for the Falcons to start the second half. And they're the group that was really moving. Had a good little run until Connor came out because he poked his eye out. We'll see if they can get that back to start the second.
Yes.
Leonard's an interesting guy to have out there because, no, he's probably not going to shoot, but he's towering over everybody else. He can get a really good pass inside.
Right, plus you see the spacing he's creating by being out there, Aiden, right? The whole middle of the floor is open.
Exactly.
And when you have someone with Connor's speed and handle, I mean, that is a tough guard for Central out there.
32-10, 6:55 left in the third. Flashing into the paint, cross lane pass, short. Second time the charm, though, and it's 32-12.
Yeah, another good pass, another good look. You see this kind of like a 5 wide, getting guys cutting through the middle.
Blandish on the wing, Began. Entry, one more pass. Leonard, oh boy. If he can put together some of those drives, he can be unstoppable. Lawler almost got a hand on that pass up ahead. They can't convert, though, and it's all Eric Leonard.
Yeah, so that's a killer, right? And you have 2 bunny looks for Central at the basket and turns into a layup down the other end of the floor. I mean, that's really indicative of how this game has gone.
And they're going to have to get back in transition. That was not something you want to make a habit of, letting Ludlowe and Eric Leonard run like that.
Right, same thing, right?
There you go.
Get a miss at the rim, and now look at Ludlowe off and running.
Connor into the paint. Over a couple of defenders, couldn't get it, but Leonard for the easy bunny. He's going to be I feel like he's going to have a very big impact, not just now, but potentially on Friday when West Hill comes to town. He's able to get a block there. West Hill, beg your pardon, Central wanted to call.
Yeah, that was
and
great
Lutler's down
defense.
again.
And great defense, and then you have Leonard behind him helping out. Looks like he landed on his elbow. You're right. I think down the stretch, Leonard is going to play a huge role on this team, Aiden. No doubt.
Connor says he's fine. We'll see how he feels in the timeout. 36-12 with 5:41 to play in the third. Again, we almost took 4 or 5 minutes off the clock just through one little stanza.
Yeah, no, the game has been really free-flowing. Very few fouls, very few stoppages of play.
As much as we love the girls, you're not going to see that in a girls' game.
No,
They like to foul. They like to play very physical.
Yeah, it's a much different game. The boys' game, they want to be in the open court. They want to be flying up and down the court. The girls' game is a little more methodical, right? A little more organized in terms of, setting up your sets and getting organized on defense. It's not bad. It's just different.
36-12 as we go to the final half or so of the third quarter.
We're seeing Central incorporate a little press here. Now they push it off, which is a good call. I don't think they can go, almost a quarter and 2/3 pressing Ludlowe. I don't think that would go well for them.
Vlandis picks up his dribble, shoots it to Daly, lost the basketball, picked up by Vieira. In the open floor, he will keep it himself. Too strong off the glass. Here's Mockler, chance to run the offense to Vlandis, to Daly, to Leonard. Boy, that connection just unbeatable.
Beautiful ball movement and the finish for Leonard.
All right.
You're the recipient of those kind of passes, Baden. The game is fun.
Central can't answer. Another long rebound for Ludlowe. And a foul called on Bradley. Dimitri Bradley, first time we've called his name today. Had a 3 attempt earlier, did not go in. Central needs to get on a little run here. But first they need to stop Ludlowe's into the paint. Mockler, couldn't get it.
See, we just talked about that, right? You have Leonard outside who could see over people making those passes. It's very effective.
Double comes, picks up the foul. It's going to be the second foul committed by Leonard. I beg your pardon. They forgot to update the scoreboard. It was the first foul on Beacon. And to the line for the Hilltoppers is Jameer Sanders. Too short. Hey, these have been a fun 2 days. If Ludlowe can hang on here, it'll have been 4 for 4 with the boys and the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Just
definitely
what you
expected
wanted.
it, but good to see the Falcons after the tough opponents that they played, because you remember the boys, as tough as the girls' opponents were, the boys had to play Danbury, they had to play Staples, they had to play Trumbull. They played New Canaan, first game of the season, who's about to knock off the top team in the league, Ridgefield. I mean, this is a very tough schedule for the boys as well. That's why they're barely breaking 500. Vlandis finding Daly, and the senior controls it straight away. Into the paint, over to Central defenders, and lays it in 40-12.
Alice continues his run today, and what a game he's played today.
Pulls up, can't get it, too short from Palmer. Into the lane, lays it in. Central's not struggling here, they just need to, I mean, this is a Ludlowe team that was built to run. Daly, oh, what a pretty drive to the rack. He won't pick up the basket, but he'll pick up a foul and he'll head to the line. This is a Central team that with the right coaching could definitely go very far.
Yeah, they have the athletes. You can see they have the skill, too. I mean, you see beautiful picks, see beautiful pull-up jumpers. They're just not going down for them, Aiden.
3:49 left in the third. See if we can get you some score updates from around the league. I haven't seen a ton of those rolling in. I mean, the thing about this week is it just so happened a lot of the stronger teams happen to play a lot of the weaker teams. So you can probably predict a lot of these scores, but we can certainly get them for you. The big game, of course, Ridgefield and New Canaan will...
Yeah, big game on both sides, boys and girls. Boys side, two of the better teams in the league.
And that game did go final. Shot goes out. New Canaan wins 64-59 in double overtime. Wow.
Wow, great game.
That's a tremendous victory.
That's Ridgefield's first loss on the year.
That is their first loss, and I don't think New Canaan's lost at all. That's kind of, I mean, that's sort of the Staples-Ridgefield rivalry that you would see with the girls. I mean, that's a tremendous, tremendous victory for New Canaan. (29-28). Ward beats Ludlowe in the girls' JV game. That's the second of 3 that Ludlowe is playing. I mean, that's a terrific game from them, too, with Bree Curran's squad. They were playing a little while ago over at the middle school. Into the paint, misses, put back. There's a foul committed.
Yeah, great ups right there, Aiden. Put it up on the rim. Guess what? He was quicker off the ground. Went and got it again.
That shot goes off. The West Hill boys are up at Greenwich. They lead by 2 at half. 23-21. And we don't get enough hockey on FSN, but we will give a nice shout out to the Fairfield Co-op team. They're going to play in about an hour. As soon as this game ends.
What a season they're having, Aiden.
Yeah, you can go check that out. They beat New Canaan the other night. I mean, Reese Davies and Sam Swanson, that's a terrific group. And, of course, our connection happens to be through the Capalbo family. What a three by Began.
Yeah, you can tell he's excited, Aiden. What a beautiful shot by Began. I don't see him taking it that often, Aiden. He's got to look to shoot that.
The Trumbull boys get a win against Brian McMahon. That's good for them. They started out real slow, and they were definitely one of the overrated teams in the league this year.
Yeah, but the league is tough. Those top 4 to 5 teams are very good. And then the rest of the league is beatable. 50-50 games for the rest of the league.
The Wilton boys beat Darien by double digits. Long three. That goes down. A flurry of threes for the Falcons, 46-15.
Yeah, beautiful shot right there, Aiden. Great drive. Found Landis cutting through. Defenders collapsed on him. Kicks it out for the wide open three.
Basket on the other end. Now 46-17. Not much else going around. Kind of a quiet night in the FCAC. Not many surprising results other than the big one, New Canaan and Ridgefield. There's a good basket from Began.
Hey, you're seeing Began being very aggressive this game, Aiden. I love it.
New Canaan boys are now 8-0. Ridgefield 7-1. I have a feeling we'll see that a little bit later.
So now only New Canaan and St. Joe's are undefeated on the boys' side, right?
I have a feeling St. Joe's will fall at some point. A lot of depth, though, that we were talking about with that team.
Nice ovation for Alex. He's really played a terrific game today.
Yeah, he has played fantastic. Ludlowe by 30. Crazy to think. At the end of the first quarter, it was a 5-point game, and now it's up to 30.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, a little under 30 at this point, but still. There's a three. Daly knocks it down, his second of the night, and it's back to 30.
Form, Aiden. If you leave him open, I got a feeling he'll knock those down all day.
51-19. Yeah, you can't leave him open. A minute 31 left.
I love it. This 2 nights in a row, Aiden, I've been very impressed by him.
And it's 2 nights in a row they face 2 teams that are not a slouch. I mean, these 2 teams will definitely be able to win a game or 2 in the FCAC tournament. These are good teams.
Yeah, listen, they just started playing too, right? I mean, this is, whatever you mentioned, Central's 4th game, right? Harding, I think that was their 1st or 2nd game. So these teams, for all intents and purposes, have really just started playing this year. Ludlowe, and now they've only played 8 games, but still, they've been practicing a few weeks before, played 5 or 6 more games. That makes a big difference. You get into a flow, you get a feel for your teammates, get a little more comfortable on the floor.
We got halftime at the girls' game up at Ridgefield. The Tigers could be on their way to their first loss. It's tied at 19.
Ah, exciting game.
New Canaan has played unbelievably tough these last 2 nights.
Yeah,
playing Ridgefield and Staples over 2 nights. Ludlowe couldn't beat them.
The Ludlowe girls played New Canaan early, and even after that game, Aiden, I was impressed by New Canaan. They have good athletes. They have some girls that can score.
Credit to Kim Palmer, taking over 2 weeks before the season. It was not her team, but she comes in to help out. Couldn't have been nicer to us when we came to call the game. I mean, Ludlowe played a lot better. I mean, Ludlowe definitely played much better than New Canaan, but clearly that team has changed up a lot. And I would not want to be the team that has to face them in the playoffs, which may end up being Ridgefield.
Yeah, no, they're a competent team, and their confidence is growing too, which is important.
Good drive, layup, no. Rebound, here's a 3. Dickerson can't get it offside iron. Those are the shots you can't miss.
Yeah, but again, a great look inside. Misses it, fine, gets his rebound, kicks it back out. Another great look for 3. I mean, you know, you see the coach up there still engaged in the game, right? Still coaching his boys. You know, there's no quit right now, Aiden.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Mockler, entrance. Oh, Daly almost couldn't handle it. He saved it. Lawler too strong. Keating the rebound. Rejected by the rim. Up again. He'll take the foul. Two great offensive rebounds by the junior Stephen Keating.
Yeah, he's just stronger than everyone out there, Aiden. Stronger, he's more aggressive. Just goes and gets it.
Keating to the line. The lead 51-19. Surprised Central isn't taking more timeouts, especially with the way Ludlowe has really run the floor. And you would think that they would kind of take more timeouts just to stop the bleeding. They're going to get one shot here at the end of the quarter. 6 seconds left. Dickerson breaks his defenders. That goes out with a 1.2 left in the third.
Got a second here, Aiden. Got to heave it up.
Galusha couldn't get it off. We head to the fourth, and Ludlowe rolling it 53-19. We will take a break and join you for the final 8 in just a moment. Fourth quarter from Fairfield Ludlowe. Great to have you with us, Shaden Blank and Scott Torello.
That's a beautiful inbound play, Aiden. I love that. Throw it into Keating and have the guard sprinting down the lane for a layup.
55-19. Ludlowe has really shown off in this game. There's a basket for 3. So both teams certainly getting in on the offensive action. We see Ronnie Labraciano a little bit. We didn't see him too much yesterday, but we see him a lot today. Galusha bounces for Vavona. Off a screen, into the lane, carries himself up, too strong, and a foul on the floor.
Yeah, nice drive. Took some contact. But he's a tough kid, Aiden. So bounces off it, goes and gets that ball. Gets another possession.
Entry, Keating has dominated down low with Leonard basically sitting out. We haven't seen him at all this half.
Great hustle by Ronnie, Aiden. Go get that ball.
Yeah, he'll be a very key part to this team next year. 55-22. 7:05 remaining in the fourth. Ludlowe is once again in the bonus, so they're shooting. Long 3, far side. That is too strong. Vavona.
Great rebound.
What a box out. And now here comes Mockler in transition. Finds Matt. Entry. High post. Keating driving. Low block is rejected, but the ball goes out of bounds and will stay with Ludlowe.
Yeah, good drive. Good offense. I love the way they're moving the ball.
Finds Mockler straight away. Vavona with 6.5 to play. Looking for an entry pass. Labraciano, quick little guard. Good to have on your squad. Him and Vavona. Not the biggest, but will certainly play with 110%. Met at the rack. I rest my case.
Drive, though, Aiden. Tough little kid, right? Bounced right up. Listen, he took a big hit right there.
6:17 to play. That's the third foul on Jameer Sanders of the Hilltoppers. First shot out from Ronnie. That one also out.
Gonna get Keating on a little push off.
And that was tough because they got such a great offensive rebound.
Yeah, he's just, he's big and strong, Aiden. So the slightest push in the lower back, and you're going to bounce off him.
There's a travel as Robinson took a spill. 6 minutes left in this ball game. Keating has picked up 2 fouls. Mockler is out. And Colin Riley subs into the game.
Yeah, again, a lot of kids getting some time today.
Labraciano. Crossover into the lane. The pass right through the hands of Keating and onto the Ludlowe bench. Palmer. Drive from Bradley. Got it to go. 56-24. Here comes Ludlowe in transition. Low block. Keating. Good push off, and he scores.
Yeah, he doesn't mind contact. In fact, he welcomes it. Took the contact, gathered himself, and then finished.
58-24. That shot rolls out off side iron. Here comes Ludlowe looking for one more pass. Labraciano took it himself and circles back around into the corner. Shot fake Patrick Galusha. Vavona. 5:08 to play. Offside iron underneath. And here come the Hilltoppers.
Another tough drive. Had 2 guys hanging on his arms, too.
Here's Robinson. Good crossover loose on the floor. That's going to go into the open floor. Ronnie tracks it down, and he slips, and he's going to get a foul. That's Robinson.
Great hustle all around there. Aiden.
Wow, yeah, that was great. To see the ball on the floor and up for grabs like that. That is the second foul on Robinson. 4:47 remain. Our next broadcast will be the boys on Friday. Get a good look between them and West Hill. And then next week, 2 girls' home games, Darien and Wilton. Wilton is senior night. Second shot from Labraciano. And we may even have the boys. We'll see if that gets turned into a doubleheader next Thursday. We may end up with the boys if they can get their game with Greenwich right after the girls. And then the week after that, we'll see where everybody is for the playoffs. And the open floor lays it in, peeling off his defender. We're certainly hoping both the boys and the girls get home games. Ludlowe certainly needs some work for the boys to get a home game. The girls will absolutely have a home game. It's just a matter of how many. There's Ronnie with 4:10 to go. Good entry. Wow. Perfect skip to the rack by Keating. 61-26. After watching the first quarter of this game, who would have thought Ludlowe was going to win this game by 30-plus points?
Yeah, they really have just taken it to them. But even right from
close
the start,
to 40 at this point.
They were the more aggressive team right from the start, and that usually plays out throughout a game.
A lead that was 5 at the end of the first quarter, almost to 40 by the end of the fourth. That's a pretty solid night for them.
Yeah, they look comfortable. They running their offense, getting a lot of good looks.
They needed some time to adjust. They needed those first 8 minutes were really, it was neck and neck. But they've really peeled away.
Yeah, and that's typical in these games, right? You usually, when you don't know your opponent, you usually feel each other out the first few minutes. And then you'll usually see the better team kind of take advantage of the other team as the game goes on.
Galusha crossover taken away. Here come the Hilltoppers in transition. A foul, and hard to the deck went Jaden Palmer. There have been some hard hits in this game.
Yeah, there have been. Hey, listen.
Really physical
went to the
game.
basket aggressively. Patrick tried to kind of swipe at the ball, got his hand, and that was a big collision.
All right, 3:48 remaining in the fourth. That was the first foul committed by Galusha.
They call it on the ground.
Yep. Sanders has it with 3:40 remaining to the rack. Got it. Good roll for Sanders.
Beautiful drive.
Now Labraciano, 3.5 to play. Good roll to the basket. In the corner, Mahoney's first look of the night. Too short. He might go scoreless. We'll see how things play out. Pass was overrun by Dimitri Bradley.
Yeah, but that's what Central's got to do, Aiden. Get that rebound and go. That was an open look. Should have been able to convert there.
Yeah, you're right. Labraciano. To the paint goes Riley. Got Ronnie a good look. Falling down. What a beautiful shot by Ronnie Labraciano.
Hey, he's played hard, Aiden. He's come in. He's giving him effort. You got to love that.
And on the other end, Central answers.
Yeah, great finish. And I like that defense, too.
60.
Straight up and down, make him finish.
33-point Ludlow lead, 63-30. 5 fouls for Ludlow, 7 for Central, so a much more physical game in this second half. Finding Riley, entrance Galusha, floater in the lane. The hook shot goes.
Great shot. Tough shot, too, Aiden. Little floater over his shoulder.
65-30. Good drive, lays it up, off. Ludlow has not had a ton of luck getting big rebounds in this fourth quarter. The Hilltoppers have definitely taken back the boards. Unfortunately, it may be a little too late.
Yeah, I would
Because
say.
Ludlow really was dominating rebounding in the rebounding game early. And that's one of the big things, one of the reasons they're up by 35 points. That goes down. 36-point lead for Ludlow. 3 fouls on Jaden Palmer, so a couple of the Hilltoppers into foul trouble. That second shot good. 67-30. I mean, you're getting it. This is not much closer than the girls' game. Not sure many would have predicted that. A crossover, Palmer puts it up, can't get it. Here comes Ludlow, they got 2 minutes. See if they continue to run the offense or if they let up a little bit. Riley wanted it in the post, Keating couldn't get it to him. Good drive, Galusha finding Riley for 3. That's too strong. Oh, they barely saved the rebound. Here come the Hilltoppers, one-on-one to the rack. And Vieira's going to pick up a foul.
Yeah, good take. I like the challenge by Tate. Hey, listen, game salted away, but keep playing.
That one is off, back iron and out. Vieira at the line, the senior guard, one of the seniors that was honored earlier tonight. That one out. Long rebound will stay with the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, good hustle by both teams. Knocked it off of Keating.
Tried to go low. Oh, but a foul before that. It's another one. Was it off ball that I saw?
Yeah, it was a reach on Ron.
Oh.
It's going to be a 1-and-1.
Vera's headed to the line. Short. Good rebound by Colin Riley. Sophomore has to stop. Hand it off to Ronnie. Keating for Mahoney, tries another three. That one too short. Good rebound Central, a minute 12 remaining. To the rack goes Robinson, but lost it. Ludlowe gets it back.
He's just moving a little faster than his body's ready for. He's had a lot of good drives today. He's just losing the ball at the very end.
So the girls won by 51, and the boys currently up by 37. What a doubleheader it's been. What a crazy 2 days it's been. 4 really good wins for these two squads.
Yeah,
and now
nice
the boys
to see you go 6-0 this week. I mean,
yeah,
that's really what both teams need.
And the boys are, again, in a much different situation. They're going to have much more of a challenge with Darien, Wilton, and West Hill than the girls. Too short. Good rebound, Keating.
Yeah, he goes after that ball. He's going to be a force next year, I'm telling you.
25 seconds left. Daly looks to be calling off the dogs, and with no shot clock, he can certainly do that. 13 seconds left, and Ludlowe in front by 37. That is how it will end. A big win for the Falcons that hopefully propels them into an even bigger matchup on Friday night.
Yeah, gets them to 500. Get to Friday, try and win that game, 50-50 game. Next thing you know, you're creeping into those top 8 spots, 8. This team has some talent. They got some nice pieces. They're going to be able to compete.
We're back with you 5 o'clock, believe it's 5 o'clock start on Friday night. Ludlowe and West Hill, that's a big one for the boys, and then we'll be back next week for the girls, Darien and Wilton. We might also grab the boys against Greenwich, and then playoff time. But it's been a treat. 67-30, Ludlowe over the last 48 hours has gotten 4 big wins for the boys and the girls. For Scott Torello, I'm Aiden Blank. A pleasure to have you with us. We will talk to you on Friday. Good night.